Hey riders, welcome back to Global Bike Buzz. Today we're diving deep into the 2026 Honda CB350, a bike that aims to strike a fine balance between nostalgia and modernity. Honda's been refining this platform for years, and this new iteration doesn't just recycle the old charm, it brings thoughtful updates that make it more appealing to riders who want everyday usability without sacrificing that iconic, retro character. First impressions count, and the CB350 knows it. Rolling up to it, you're met with that perfectly round LED headlamp framed in chrome. The beam is clean and crisp, with a daylight running ring that enhances visibility while nodding to old-school design. Above it, a classic twin-pod instrument setup merges analog style with digital utility, giving you a speedometer that looks like it's straight out of the 1970s but with a discrete LCD display feeding you modern readouts like gear position, fuel economy, and even Bluetooth notifications when paired with the Honda smartphone voice control system. The front forks are standard telescopics, but Honda's tuning gives them a plush feel over rougher roads while still keeping front-end feedback sharp enough for confident cornering. The front mudguard follows the tank's paintwork perfectly, making the face of the CB350 instantly recognizable from a distance. From the side, the CB350's proportions are where it really shines. The teardrop-shaped fuel tank has subtle knee recesses, both for comfort and style. Its paint schemes for 2026 include deeper, richer tones with hand-painted stripes on some trims, and the DLX Pro variant gets two-tone combinations that really pop in sunlight. The frame is exposed just enough to show off the simplicity of the double cradle design. You notice the chrome exhaust sweeping gracefully towards the rear in a pea-shooter style, capped with a polished tip that delivers both visual appeal and a distinctive CB rumble. Spoked wheels are replaced with alloys for easier maintenance while still keeping a retro vibe. The seat height is set at an accessible 800 mm, making it friendly for a wide range of riders. The step seat design is aimed at keeping the rider in place under acceleration, though the pillion section is on the smaller side, signaling its bias towards solo comfort. Move to the rear and you'll see the attention to detail continues. The tail section is tidy, with an LED tail lamp that's compact but bright, flanked by round indicators that keep the vintage hues alive. The rear fender hugs the wheel just right, avoiding the overextended look while still preventing road spray. The twin shock absorbers at the back are equipped with adjustable preload, allowing you to fine-tune for comfort or a slightly firmer feel depending on your riding style and load. Chrome grab rails on the DLX Pro variant give a touch of practicality for the occasional passenger and add to the retro flair. Underneath the styling lies the heart of the CB350, a 348cc, air-cooled, single-cylinder engine. It produces about 20.7 horsepower and 29.4 Nm of torque, with that peak torque arriving as early as 3,000 rpm. This tuning makes the CB350 incredibly tractable in real-world riding and no need to rev it to the moon to get moving briskly. The 5-speed gearbox is slick, with short, positive throws, and the assistant slipper clutch keeps things smooth on downshifts, especially useful in city stop-and-go or when you're scrubbing speed before a corner on a weekend ride. The exhaust note is one of its standout features, deep, bassy, and surprisingly throaty for a single cylinder. It adds to the bike's character in a way many modern machines fail to do. On the road, the CB350 feels planted and predictable. Its 181A 186 kg curb weight is well distributed, giving it a stable feel at highway speeds while still being easy to maneuver in traffic. The chassis geometry favors stability over razor-sharp agility, which is exactly what you want from a classic-inspired cruiser. Suspension performance is tuned for comfort, and while it soaks up bumps well, it doesn't wallow when leaned over through a sweeping bend. The braking system is equally reassuring, a 310mm disc at the front and a 240mm disc at the rear, both paired with dual-channel ABS, mean stopping is drama-free, even in wet conditions. Honda Selectable Torque Control, their traction control system, is also included, a thoughtful touch in this segment, adding a layer of safety when roads get slippery. When it comes to performance, it's not about top speed records, it's about how enjoyable the ride feels. The CB350 cruises happily at 90–100 km per hour all day long, with minimal vibrations thanks to a counterbalancer in the engine. Push past 110 km per hour, and you'll start to feel a little more buzz through the bars and pegs, but it never gets intrusive. The fuel economy is also respectable for a bike of this size, with real-world figures often landing between 30 and 35 km/L, depending on your riding style. That gives you decent range from its 15-liter fuel tank, making it a capable companion for longer weekend trips without constant fuel stops. Honda's pricing strategy keeps it competitive in the modern retro cruiser market. The 2026 CB350 comes in two main trims, the DLX, priced around a superscript 1 2.14 Lakh X showroom in India, and the DLX Pro, which sits slightly higher at around a superscript 1 2.19 Lakh. Both variants come well equipped, but the DLX Pro throws in premium paint options, dual-tone finishes, and extra chrome touches that really elevate the look. Given the inclusion of ABS, traction control, Bluetooth connectivity, LED lighting all around, and Honda's solid build quality, the value proposition is strong. The only caveat is that sales and service are handled exclusively through Honda Big Wing dealerships, which may require some riders to travel a bit for purchase and maintenance. In terms of competition, the CB350 naturally invites comparison with the Royal Enfield Classic 350, Jawa 42, and Yezdi Roadster. While the Classic has unmatched heritage and a slightly more relaxed seating position, the Honda counters with better refinement, smoother engine performance, and a more premium feel in terms of fit and finish. The Jawa 42 might be sportier in its character, but it doesn't match the Honda's long-distance comfort or brand reliability record. The Yezdi Roadster offers a different kind of punch, but again, Honda's attention to detail and after-sales reputation tilt the scales for many buyers. Overall, the 2026 Honda CB350 is more than just a motorcycle, it's a statement. It tells the world you appreciate the lines and spirit of motorcycles from decades past, but you also demand modern reliability, safety features, and everyday usability. It's a bike that invites you to slow down just enough to enjoy the ride, yet still has the muscle to overtake confidently when needed. It's equally at home cruising through city streets, rolling down country roads, or parked outside your favorite weekend cafe copyright drawing admiring glances. In a market crowded with either hyper-modern machines or overly nostalgic recreations, the CB350 feels like it occupies a sweet spot of classic without being stuck in the past, modern without losing its soul. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2026 Honda CB350. If you've ridden one, drop your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how it compares to what we've discussed. And if you're considering one, maybe this review has given you